Hey, everybody. Welcome to Kame House Party. I'm Aaron.
And I'm Vince.
It's a podcast where we attempt to watch every single episode and iteration of Dragon Ball that has ever existed. We get together, we talk about what we saw, and that conversation is usually humorous in nature, leading us into the comedic art form known as improv and bittery, the science of bits.
The science of bits, of
Bitology.
Course. There's bit beakers and bit droppers, bit gloves.
And bit scopplers and bit scondoodlers.
And bit skerblunkers and bit skerblinkers.
Dr. Seuss is eyeing us in a very litigious way. We better...
Yeah, we better put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, because we have to get into Kame housekeeping. We have to clean up, make sure the drinks are fresh, there's plenty of ice, and to make sure you're prepared to enjoy this comedy anime content. And the first thing we do with Kame housekeeping is the world famous, maybe moon famous, 1 minute roundup.
Well, I was down at the riverside and I saw Betty Lou.
How do you do?
That's what she said, and I said, how do you do?
I'm doing all right. What brings a strong man like you here?
Is what she sang. Her voice was light as snow. And I said that I'm taking a piss, and I hadn't nowhere to go.
Go on me.
Oh, no.
There are two consenting adults. They can do what they wish.
How that song ends is, we were two consenting adults in that.
Everyone in this is over the age of 18 per the state of Florida. That might have been too specific of a certain genre of media. And scene.
And scene.
So the beginning of the 1 minute roundup is when we get fucking weird, I guess. No, we do a Western style improv scene to loosen or tighten whatever we need to do to our improv muscles to get them ready to work. And it ends when one of us breaks. This time, usually it's not Vince, but this time it was. God bless him. I'm glad we didn't go further. But this leads us into the 1 minute roundup proper, which is where one of us has to summarize everything that has happened in Dragon Ball thus far in under a minute. Now, Vince, normally when I begin the show, you're the one to do the roundup.
This is true. And I'm at the starting line ready to go.
You have your sweatbands.
Mm-hmm. Head and both wrists.
Mm-hmm. But what's this? A new challenger and also the guest for this episode?
Dun, 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 dun,
you
dun,
might have heard his voice
dun, dun,
on one of our
dun.
earlier episodes during the potty swap of 2018, I think.
Yes, the great potty swap of 2018.
From the Role-Playing Exchange and from Maple Syrup Blood Money and from a brand new podcast, which we'll talk about here shortly and at the end of the show. We have Noah Carden joining us today. Hello, Noah.
Hello, Noah. Woo!
Hey guys.
Hello. I saw you. I know you're out of breath. You ran up to the starting line.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh, there's so many people in this here arena.
I see those 4 men. One has N, one has O, one has A, and one has H painted on their belly.
Yeah, you brought fans.
Noah, what brings you to our neck of the podcast woods?
Promotion.
As is the podcast currency exchange.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, I'm here to talk about this episode of Dragon Ball, but also to talk about the new show that me and Aaron are doing called Thinking Too Hard About Anime. More of a deep dive, analytical kind of podcast about anime, where we're actually going to be doing episode by episode thoughtful analyzation of a particular series. Right now we're doing Cowboy Bebop, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that later.
I get it. You guys are doing the grown-up version of this podcast, and Aaron's leaving me in the dust. This is how I find out. This is how you gonna do me like this on the podcast?
Vince, we'll talk about your feelings of betrayal at the end of the show, please.
I'm so betrayed. I can't even do my own voice.
Be a first of all, take it down a couple octaves. Second, be a professional and
Fine.
get through this clenched jaw, tearful, but funny.
I think I'll be able to do it. I think I'll be able to. I'll hold out.
Well, you'll have time to compose yourself because Noah will be doing the 1 minute roundup this week, as planned and preordained by the anime gods themselves. Noah, are you ready to summarize everything that we have covered in Dragon Ball in under a minute?
Yeah, no. Are you ready to take my job?
I am gonna certainly try. And here we go. Dragon Ball is a story of Goku, a little monkey boy who grows up into a big monkey man. As he grows up, he goes along with his friends to find 7 magical crystal balls that can grant any wish when they're all gathered together. Along the way, he gets into a lot of fights where he fights a goblin emperor, an evil army, and a demon king, along with fighting in 3 world martial arts tournaments, 2 of which he only comes in second place, while the last one he actually wins against Piccolo, the demon son of the demon king. After that, Goku gets married. He has a kid named Gohan who gets kidnapped by Goku's evil twin or evil older brother Raditz, who's actually an alien. Turns out Goku's an alien, and so him and Piccolo go. They kill Raditz, but Goku also dies, and now Piccolo is training Gohan in the wilds, while Goku is in the afterlife running down a gigantic snake. And yeah.
All right.
All right, the referee's checking to make sure you don't have any papers
No paper.
or anything written on your hand.
Nope.
You're clear. Well,
You're clear.
Woo!
Woo!
Dang,
Congratulations.
I think Noah just introduced us to some new tech, as they say in the fighting game. Biz.
Got my OTGs, got my cross counters. Gotta go big enough in picture that the details don't matter.
I do like the strategy of just saying there were 3 tournaments. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, as I was listening to Noah, I was like, oh, it can be done without frantically sweating. You were so composed.
A leisurely pace.
I may have been practicing this like all week. So
Well, it paid off.
As Noah said, it's a very, that's a very general rundown of what we've covered. If that wasn't enough for you, first of all, how dare you? Second of all, that's also fine because you can go back and listen to our old episodes. Pick up things that you might have missed, that we might have missed in the roundup. But you're listening to this episode, so forget about that. We'll go forward.
I didn't even talk about the time that Goku fought his ghost grandpa.
See, what's that
See?
about?
What's Noah referencing? You gotta go back.
You got to go back at a later date because we have to get to the next part of Kami Housekeeping, which is where we tell you fine folks that Vince and I and Noah watch 3 different versions of the episode.
Yes, we put hats on a hat on top of another hat.
You thought there was only subbed and dubbed. There's a bunch of dubs, but we're bringing in a 3rd dub to spice shit up because our podcast relationship is very secure.
Yes. It's incredibly secure.
As you could tell, I'm not jealous at all.
So I watch the English subtitled version, Vince watches the Funimation dubbed version, and Noah watches I forget the company again.
Ocean Dubbing Group. I think they're from Canada, and they did like the original, like the very, very early Dragon Ball Z dub. So if you watch Dragon Ball Z when it first premiered on like Toonami, or if it was just on like random channels at like odd hours of the night, you probably saw the Ocean dub.
I didn't know the Canada thing. It's so international.
Yeah. Yeah, because Funimation, I think, is a Texas-based company.
Again,
They are.
We don't do research. This is all news to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noah's allowed.
Noah's allowed to
That's
do all the
mainly
research
why he
wants.
brought him. He's
Yeah.
smarter than us.
Look, I have a lot of free time, so I just know a lot of dumb shit about anime.
Aaron, I can see why you like this guy enough to do a podcast with him. But I'm still jealous. I'm still
It's
watching you,
fine.
Noah. I'm watching
Tamp it down.
you.
We're trying to have a nice podcast
This is true.
at this fancy podcast restaurant.
I said I wouldn't make a podcast scene unless it's improv.
This podcast steak is delicious, though.
He's catching on fast. He is going to take my job.
He's learning.
Would you like some more podcast wine?
Oh, thank you. I mean,
He's a charmer. He's a podcast charmer.
I'm falling for him.
I put my podcast hand on Aaron's podcast hand.
I won't remove it. I won't delete that in the edit.
All right. I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable. Can we keep going?
So we do all this because a lot of times there are fun differences between the different versions of Dragon Ball. And it's fun to compare and contrast. And the first thing that's different is usually the title. I'm going to say, Vince, if you would go first, I will go the second, and then Noah go the third.
Here we go. Episode 10 of Dragon Ball Z. A New Friend.
Apropos, I think, this episode,
Yeah.
both of the anime and this podcast.
Yeah. Aw.
Look, we didn't plan this. This is just fate.
So my title for episode 10 of Dragon Ball, the subtitle title is Don't Cry, Gohan, His First Fight.
I feel that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that is technically correct.
Yeah.
Not wild like some of the other ones have been.
No. But I like where it's pointing you as the viewer to be like, this is what you're going to get. Gohan's first fight. And the suggestion that he may not cry for the first time that we've seen him.
That is, however, unlikely. And so my version is episode 6 of Dragon Ball Z. Gohan makes a friend.
Wait a minute. This is wild. Not only is it a different episode number, but it's...
Yup.
But I feel, Aaron, wasn't that one of our old titles?
Gohan makes a friend?
Yeah.
Well, we've only known the child for 10 episodes. I don't think so.
I guess not. But it seems like it could have been the last episode's title.
Episode 6. So that's 4. They took out 4 episodes.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to think back to which ones they took out or what they mashed together and combined.
I'm pretty sure that y'all's last episode, where it's Gohan in the cave with the robot, I'm pretty sure that doesn't exist, because this DVD that I got here in front of me, it only has 3 episodes, and the middle episode is this one, Gohan Makes a Friend. The one right before it is the one where Gohan becomes the Uzaru for the first time.
Wow.
So
They're covering up for Gohan.
Yeah.
Is what's actually happening.
This is just a big Canadian cover-up.
yeah, they gotta realize that, hey, this kind of sucks. Let's just not show it.
Those darn Canadians.
Man, I'm anxious to see what your episode, Noah, is going to have.
So my version, I think because it's on this DVD, when I put it in, it immediately starts. It goes through the best opening that Dragon Ball Z has ever had, Rock the Dragon. And then it just plays all 3 episodes in an order without individual endings or openings between them.
Oh my.
Wow.
So it ends, like one episode ends, the next episode just starts, and it's like, here's the title card, here's the show, go.
Did the DVD Netflix you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, kinda. Because like I tried to go and like pick out like the individual episodes, and they just start. It's just like the way that this DVD is made.
Canadian DVDs, they just hit different, as the kids would say.
Well, they're legal now.
Yeah, it's all legal up there now.
It's covered in cheese and gravy.
So we're in a forest. I dare say a rainforest because it's raining. And Gohan.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Wait, we're already So my episode starts with
This-
Gohan waking up, realizing that he's missing his tail and he's got new clothes, being attacked by a bunch of different animals, falling in a ravine, waking up and being like, huh, well, okay. And then it cuts to something else. I think it cuts to the baseball scene, and then the next time we come back after that, it's the rainforest.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So we've
Yeah. All I want to do right now is hear what Noah watched. I think we can get to the contrast after I hear about what Noah watched.
give us the episode rundown, and we'll figure out how to talk about this somehow.
So my episode goes, Gohan wakes up. He's chased by a gator, a saber-toothed tiger, a gigantic eagle, and a pterodactyl. He gets dropped in a canyon. Then it's baseball time with Yamcha. Gohan wakes up. He goes and catches a giant fish, gets some berries, hides in a cave, meets the dinosaur, helps the dinosaur, he helps heal the dinosaur.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get one shot of Goku on Snake Way. The dinosaur gets eaten. The end.
Oh my god.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just kind of cut bits of some earlier episodes and crammed it onto this one to try and make it make sense.
So the cavalcade of animals that kept chasing and picking up Gohan, that was last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sorry, we've covered that. We're gonna ignore that completely.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
But let's go. Will,
Do you want to just start with the baseball?
all right, yeah. Let me get my mind right. Okay. There's a big baseball game, right? A big stadium. The reason we're there is because Yamcha and Por are there.
Yamcha's playing for the Titans.
Yes. The Titans. And I'm not I want to talk about this pitcher that has everybody shook because, and in mine, the announcers say Rocky Rivers, which is this badass pitcher, has hit more batters in fewer innings than any other pitcher in the league.
Okay, so that is the same in my episode. I feel like me and Vince's, a lot of me and Vince's dialogue is gonna be pretty similar.
I got no information on this gentleman except the fact that his jersey number is 100, like he's in the XFL or something. I wanted to put a middle finger on there, but they were too square to do it.
So now you play in the XLB.
Only 2 bases. And the bat's a big paddle. Wait a minute.
2 bases, the bat's a big paddle. And if you hit a home run, you have to yell, Blurns, Blurns, Blurns.
You gotta roll the ball between these 2 posts.
Everyone wears shin guards.
Takes a week and a half to play.
Yep, the XBL.
I did like that we finally got to Yamcha's baseball phase. Because I didn't remember that Yamcha took the job of being a Major League Baseball player because he needed rent money, according to Poir.
Okay.
It's his side gig.
So Poir does chastise Yamcha about, hey, we gotta make money to pay the rent then.
And this is, I believe they're setting this up to be the World Series because they're playing for the pennant. They're in the pennant race.
Yeah.
And Yamcha doesn't even want to be there. His manager, who is a real creep,
Oh, yeah.
touching everybody's shoulders.
I have to, I want to dig deep into that.
Yes.
Unfortunately. But I have to say, there is another reason Yamcha was trying to get money. But it shall be revealed later.
Oh. And I mean, the last bit about money we'll talk about is Yamcha doesn't even want to go up to bat without ensuring that he's getting a bonus. And in mine, it's 20,000 zeni. Poir calmly says, that'll pay the rent.
Mine is $20,000.
Ooh, that just went up.
Oh, yeah.
I might have y'all beat, because that fool, for going up to bat once, wants 2 million zeni,
Get out of Dodge.
which is probably $20,000.
$1,000.
Yeah, that's about how that would pay out, yeah.
Who does Yamcha think he is? Bryce Harper? All right, that's all I know about baseball.
Mark McGuire, right?
Yes.
Sammy Sosa.
Speaking of the baseball men's and their large muscles,
Uh-huh.
is key a performance-enhancing substance?
Okay. Here we go. You know, as a collegiate athlete myself, once upon a time, they gave us a long list of things that you could not have. So, like caffeine, performance enhancing drug. Mm-hmm. I can't believe I haven't mentioned this to you before.
I mean, I don't know why I made such a loud noise. I was Mormon. Our list was probably longer.
But I mean, of course, of all the other drugs that you can't have, caffeine is one of them. And I did not know that. And, you know, I had been, you know, college is very exhausting. You know, I'm up partying all night and then I gotta go play basketball games. How do I do this? Red Bull. So I would keep a Red Bull in my locker, like one of the small ones for if I was feeling particularly down or, you know, a little tired before the game. Give myself a little pep.
Got that 2:30 feeling.
Yeah, I got that 2:30 feeling before my 4 p.m. game. And my coach saw me like slug this thing back and he goes, "You have to get that out of here right now." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And he's like, "You have to get that out of here right now." He's like, "You can't have that in the locker room." He's like, "You're not really supposed to have that in general." And I was shook to my core. And so I basically stopped drinking Red Bull like for a little while after that because I thought I was going to get tested for caffeine. I was such a coward even then.
This boy's on the Java.
He had a coffee. He take his scholarship away.
That doesn't answer my question, but I do love that story.
Oh, and yeah, to answer your question, no. Key is it's natural. It's from within you.
So is creatine, technically.
Naturally occurring.
Well, that was what people did in high school was creatine to get like swollen and to get buff. And they did it because you can't test for creatine. So Key is the creatine of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Keatine, if you will.
Creatine can make you rage out.
Yes.
So
what they don't tell you is most of creatine is basically just water in your muscles.
You know, you have to really worry about when you have symptoms like your hair turning gold and little pebbles floating up around you.
if you yell for 4 more hours, please consult your doctor.
Creatine, only to be used at doctor recommendation.
I am glad this manager's getting put through the ringer because he's a fucking creep, like you said.
Oh, yeah.
Did they give you a name?
I think they did. I didn't write it down.
So I wrote down Freddie Hines.
Freddie Hines, the ketchup magnate?
Maybe because
Pittsburgh
the
fame.
pitcher that almost gets beamed that kind of starts the fight, his name is Pepper Johnson.
I remember that one, yep.
So I wonder if they all have food names too.
They're all condiments.
Yeah, they're all condiments. What we don't know is Yamcha, he skipped the next guy in line. That was Sammy Salta.
My knowledge of condiments is vast. My knowledge of baseball, not vast.
I mean, my favorite player on the Titans is definitely Frank's Red Hot. He's good at every position. He's good on everything.
Mm-hmm. I'd put that man on every team.
Yamcha, he's on deck. This pitcher that they're playing against is just trying to hurt people. He eventually starts a fight, which gets Yamcha, I think, a little too excited. Nearly, you know, I'm glad that we only got a 2/3 top of his body shot because I don't want to know what's going down in those baseball pants. But he is giddy.
My literal note is he's fight horny.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was the music that was happening during the fight?
I wish I remembered. I was too distracted by Yamcha's tongue rolling out, going auga.
In my version, it was this ragtime piano ditty.
Wow.
Was happening. Like the entire time the baseball scene is going on, you're getting like that baseball arena kind of pipe organ music going on in the background, and the moment the fight starts up, it turns into like this ragtime kind of thing going on as the fight just breaks out.
I love it. That's great. They turn the baseball fight into a saloon fight real quick.
Yeah.
There are jobs in the martial arts industry. Start a dojo,
Oh yeah,
Yamcha. Become a stuntman.
a bodyguard.
An MMA. It's not just once every 3 years, man, where they have a tournament for money.
I want to see Yamcha start his own like exercise routine.
Bodies by Yamcha.
Yeah. some Billy Blanks Tybo going on.
Maybe this is the real reason he's trying to get that money.
He's trying to start his own like exercise program.
Yeah, video production tech costs a lot. Oh man.
I don't know, Yamcha. If you really want to do this, you're gonna have to get some seed capital.
I guess we could go on Shark Person Tank, which is the equivalent of Shark Tank in our world, as we all know.
But Yamcha, sometimes the wait list for Shark Person Tank is over 2 years. We don't have that kind of time. Rent's due tomorrow.
Well, okay. Well, you quick turn into a video camera. All right.
Wait, no, I don't want to do this again, Yamcha. Last time we were tight for money, I took some videos of you and
What videos of me? War.
well, and in efforts to try to make some money on the side, I decided to try to go viral. So I took a video of you getting dumped.
Ah!
It's online.
Oh, I wish I had a phone I could look it up.
I'll just tell you.
Yamcha, turn to a phone. I mean, Puar. Ah!
All right, fine, but it didn't perform very well. Poof.
All right, YouTube. Yamcha dumped. There's like one reaction from Krillin. That motherfucker. If he was here right now.
Poof. I'll record whatever you want. I just don't want to do that anymore. I'm sorry, Yamcha. I'm sorry.
I thought you might have recorded me in a more compromising position, although I lost a lot of cool points from the getting dumped thing.
I mean, if you want to make sex tapes, I can.
Oh, yeah, we should just do that.
And
Seed. Didn't want to get a hand on the ball on that horny scene, Noah.
No, I'm good.
Smart man. So, yeah, Krillin shows up. He's telling Yamcha, he's like, hey, we got to talk. Breaks the news about Goku. They go out to the parking lot. And look who decided to show up. Bulma. And then we get this lovely scene about their a little bit of history that they had that we've missed. So, yeah, no, I think you were about to take it away. Go ahead.
So, oh man, I recorded this scene, but Bulma and Yamcha are first like excited to see each other, and then they immediately realize, oh yeah, we broke up and hate each other's guts right now. And like Krillin's like, hey, what's going on? It basically gets into this fight about how, despite being broke 90% of the time, Yamcha still had time to take Becky Haffer to a concert.
A first and last name.
Yeah, she gets a first and last name, this character that we don't even see.
Yes.
Technically does not exist.
Yeah, it does not exist. For the baseball players, it made sense. They all had their special names, but Becky Hatford, who? Why?
They just named some poor girl Becky, and she gets dropped in.
You said there was audio of this that you recorded?
Yeah, here. I'll just play you this scene.
Hi.
Oh, you jerk.
Hey, guys.
Bulma's still mad about the time you stood her up. You should explain that you were out of money. Yamcha was broke 90% of the time anyway. Besides, he took Becky Haffer to the concert 3 nights later.
Who cares? You wouldn't go.
Man, being a jerk comes so natural to you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I owe all my training in that area to you, Bulma. Krillin, if you need any help.
So yeah.
Yamcha sounds like the most generic dude in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta say, those voice actors, they're all like, yeah, what Aaron said, they feel like the store brand of my dubs.
Yeah.
Which is, it's so odd to hear, but thank you for sharing that.
It's almost like a creepy pasta. It's like
Yeah.
something's quite off about this. and it's
It makes me
freaking
feel
out.
like, it makes me feel a little uncomfortable hearing that, but I'm glad I did.
It's the Dragon Ball dub from another dimension. That
Yes.
dimension is called Canada.
The Molson verse.
I will say one thing. Piccolo's voice actor, I don't think he ever actually shows up in this episode, at least for me. But his voice actor is Scott McNeil, and Piccolo has like this kind of whispery, intense voice to him. Like, Yeah, go on.
Oh,
No, go
no.
no, run.
No, thank you.
But his voice actor is the same voice actor as Dinobot from Beast Wars.
Really?
Yes.
Gosh. This is what happens when we do research. Maybe we should rescind that rule, Aaron. We
No.
get cool nuggets of it. Okay, you're right.
Never. That's why I had the other show.
This is true.
I mean, that's essentially what happens in mine. That's why Yamcha had to slum it as a professional baseball player so he could afford Applebee's. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even tell us what date like the standing up happened. If it wasn't the concert, was it just a dinner? Was it a different concert? I would like to know, like, if it was like a movie date or dinner date. These are the things that I'm curious about.
Bulma, you are rich.
Yeah, that too.
Come on, what are you expecting this dude to do?
I mean, she let him live. She let him live in her house for, I don't know, months on end, rent free. I'm assuming. Well, so he could just train and train and train.
He was a criminal when they first met. What is he? He's reformed,
This is true.
but he's got no life skills. This is getting deep. This is getting heavy into the real world.
Should have sent Yamcha to reform school.
Learn how to balance a book on his head.
But now apparently he's got to learn how to fight better from Master Korin, because that's really why Krillin showed up to say, "Hey, look, we got word from Kami. You gotta come train on Korin Tower." And Yamcha is so excited, he jumps in his car immediately.
Yeah, there's a real Nick Fury vibe about Krillin, gathering everyone up.
Tony, I like the suit.
Yes, normally a different guy with an eye patch comes in and interrupts me in my home.
Well, I just wanted to come by and say, I got a new assignment for you. You got to come to the top of this tower and be trained by an anthropomorphic cat. His name's Korin.
Hold up. I'll say where we are in this. We just defeated Thor's brother. Then we defeated a robot that I created. My bad.
And then you defeated Lord Beerus.
I did. I have a kid. I'd like to relax. I don't know how many more years I got in me. No spoilers, but I got a sense that I don't have a lot of time left.
But the Saiyans are coming, Tony. The Saiyans.
Are they purple and have a weird chin?
They're strong. That's all I know. I don't know anything about them other than they're strong.
I have to train. Why can't I just invent something new?
Invent? That's Bulma's job.
Wait, did you put another gadgeteer on the team?
Listen, Tony. This isn't about you and your ego and your alcoholism.
I'd say the last couple movies would say yes. It's always about my ego and what me want.
Well, this is what the capital He want. God.
Which god? There's a bunch, apparently.
Oh boy, are you in or you out?
No, I'm in. This is fun banter, right?
You know what? I think we're gonna go with our original squad of not a vigilante, but a vagrant, a three-eyed person, a green man, and
Wait, is it our green man?
no, it's not your green man. Ours is
Okay.
always green.
That'll get there at some point. We'll get there soon.
And lastly, a overweight samurai that I have a very weird relationship with.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink and enjoy my millions.
Well, screw you. Hey, Tony. It's me, Nick Fury.
Oh, thank God. You see that little weird short guy?
Yeah, I sent him over here. What, you didn't want to fight?
No, I'm tired.
All right.
I'm like 50, right?
Probably. You don't know how old I am or what's underneath this eye patch.
That's true. I bet there's a real cool story about how you lost that eye, and it's not some throwaway joke.
Well, let me tell you right now.
And
Seed.
check out Captain Marvel.
Oh, no. Is it that bad?
It's weird. It's weird that it's a throwaway gag
Yeah.
of how Nick Fury lost his eye in the cinematic
Yeah.
universe. It's not It's not bad. It's just
It's the only thing that kind of makes it bad is the fact that they make like kind of a big deal out of it in Winter Soldier.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, they do. They make a big deal out of it then.
Yeah.
Watch out for the DBCU. That's Phase 4.
Phase 4, DBCU, only on Disney Plus.
Please don't buy Dragon Ball Disney.
Disney, don't do it to them. No. God, Disney, let us keep something.
Yeah, let a different corporation own this.
Oh, speaking of corporation, it's time for a commercial.
Hi, in case you had amnesia in the past 2 seconds, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Noah.
Vince isn't here. Please don't tell him about this. We hijacked the commercial, and this is one of those real commercials. So please listen. But we want to talk to you about our new podcast out called Thinking Too Hard About Anime. Every other week we get together and we have an episode by episode discussion of some of our favorite anime. It's a little bit of history, a little bit of analysis, and a lot of over-examining the Japanese cartoons that we love so much.
Yeah, and so our first season that we're doing an analyzation of Cowboy Bebop, one of the preeminent anime out there. It's one of those shows that whenever you talk to somebody about anime, they're gonna know what you're talking about, and they're gonna, it's a great one to recommend to people. So we're going through each episode. We're just talking about all the really neat animation, a little bit of history, all that kind of stuff about the show, and hopefully we can give you some cool insight, some cool opinions, stuff like that about the show.
We talk about what else was going on during that year. Since the director treated each episode of Cowboy Bebop like its own movie, we're giving you some companion live action movies that might be a fun pairing. It's just us loving anime and discovering what makes it cool.
Yeah, so we would ask you, please go check it out. We're on every podcast platform right now. So your Spotify's, your Apple podcast, Stitcher, all that good stuff. So go check it out. We've got our first 2 episodes out right now, and then episodes come out every other week after that.
We're a new podcast, so if you listen and you enjoy it, please share it with other people that you think would also enjoy it. Rate and review us on your podcasting app of choice. And please check it out. And also, please don't tell Vince.
Yeah, please. He's already taking this hard enough as it is.
Yeah, we made him cover his ears for this commercial.
I mean, he's looking right at us, but
I think, remember in 2001 A Space Odyssey where HAL 9000 could read their lips?
Uh-huh.
I think that's going on. His eyes are also red.
Yeah.
And glowing.
Oh, no.
He's opening a hatch. We gotta get back to the show.
Hey, what did I miss?
Nothing.
I was hoping you would like tap me in so I could give you my really cool my dope Anthony Mackie impression. Just because we talked a little about the MCU and I was gonna be like, hey Cap, But I guess I'll save it for maybe another commercial break or something,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, on the next one, we're covered.
No, I'm cool. No, you think I'm cool, right?
Yeah, totally, man.
Oh, okay, great.
Great.
Awesome, yeah. Awesome, cool.
Ooh, I see that your podcast shoulder gently brushed against his podcast shoulder.
Ooh. We better get back into the episode. I'm getting a little warm under the collar, as it were.
Gonna give you a little podcast wink.
Oh my. Be still, my podcast beating heart. The word of the day is podcast.
So we're back on Gohan. Like I said, when we last left him, he was in a jungle. And he was indeed getting a giant fish. He was gathering fruit. He sees a snake in a tree, and instead of just crying for 2 minutes, he gently moves it to another branch.
Does he say like any of the fruits that he picks up?
All he says is berries for mine.
Okay. In my version, when he finds that first berry on the ground, he goes, "Oh, boysenberry," and grabs it.
Okay, what are the other berries? Keep going.
That's the only one he talks about. Like he sees, yeah, but he like climbs on the tree and grabs like the weird fruit and he moves the snake and all that. But yeah, he specifically calls out a boysenberry.
The nerdiest fruit.
Yeah, like they really try to make this kid out to be the biggest nerd in every situation. What do you want to be when you grow up? An orthopedist. What do you like to eat? Boysenberries. But yeah, I had a little bit of pride in that moment when Gohan saw the snake, calmly moved it, and then followed by him falling out of the tree somehow.
It's explained in mine, if I may.
Go on.
He looks out at the sky, and as far as I could tell, he comments that it's already nighttime. And that fact surprises him so much
Oh, no.
that he falls out of a tree.
Oh no.
Gohan, no.
Oh, it's like he takes 2 steps forward and 5 steps back. The fact that he forgot that it was nighttime and fell. Sometimes I forget that when I'm at work. Sitting at my desk, I look out the window, I'm like, oh!
You fall out of the chair, yeah.
I fall out of my chair, and they say, Vince, what's going on? I say, the sun's out. I didn't notice.
Well, you're in the vampire office,
Yeah.
so it is a big deal when the sun's out.
I work with it. I work with vampires and some lichens. It's great. Advertising.
Got him.
God, I'm killing my own industry.
Vampires and lichens working in the office. I'm sure there's all sorts of drama.
Oh, you cannot imagine. You can't imagine what it's like when, somebody's raw meat is no longer in the fridge, or if somebody's in somebody's like, coffin and they need to make a call. It's like, I booked this coffin for a call and there's a lichen in there and then there's hair. Oh, look, I can go on and on and on, but I won't unless you ask me to.
Off the air.
Off air. Yeah, I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, name names.
Oh yeah.
We know your boss. I'll just say his name backwards. Alucard.
Yes.
He can be a real pain.
Real pain in the neck.
Oh, you don't say
boy.
that joke in front of him.
You can't. He'll serve you up with some biting commentary.
Damn. Then there's lightning, and Gohan gets scared.
And again, this is like step 4 of 5 backwards.
I know we have to keep saying this every episode, but he is 4 years old.
True.
Does anybody else think it's weird that, like, Piccolo is like, sure, I'll take a 5-year-old into battle?
Did we talk about this before? Where Piccolo's only like 8?
Yeah, Piccolo's 8 years old. So to him,
Yeah.
this is nothing new. This is like, hey, freshman,
Yeah.
it's your turn. You got to carry the pads.
Didn't Piccolo tell, like, Krillin or somebody when, like, they show up that, like, hey, I'm taking this kid to go train him?
Yeah, he at least told them.
Does Krillin just not want to tell everybody else that, oh, yeah, Goku's, like, gonna be 5-year-old son is gonna be there with us?
Yeah, what we learned in previous episodes is that Krillin's a coward and can't face anyone.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But you're right, Noah. It should be a point of conversation whenever any of the Z fighters get together, but it is not even mentioned, not a once.
It mainly becomes, please, child, defend us.
Man, Gohan just gets so much shit kind of dumped on top of him. Like, I feel bad for that kid.
I think we all should, but they make him out to be such a big crybaby that it's hard to like see through all that, especially at this point.
He did kill that robot, apparently.
Look, he didn't save that robot. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he's back in a cave. He's having, I guess he's got a little boo-boo on his arm. He's doing some holistic medicine. He's getting those essential oils out. Goku, he then has a flashback to Goku doing the same thing to Gohan when he was a crying little baby. So yesterday,
I mean, quite possibly that is like days ago now.
yeah, he's putting a salve on his son. So in the flashback, Gohan is like, can we just go home and I can take some medicine? And Goku's like, no, this is the best thing for it. So is Goku an anti-vaxxer.
Oh boy. I somehow I knew this was going to come up today,
Oh man.
and I prepared a statement.
All right.
No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
Then why'd you bring this podium? And the Wall Street Journal.
I wanted to posture for a while.
See, I feel like Goku's on that goop shit. He's working on his own like special medicines and ointments and cosmetics. He's gonna partner up with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, so he'll have a keystone that you put in your keister.
I would buy so much hair product from not the Keystone.
No,
Well,
no.
no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, what if it came free with some of those hair products?
I mean, it's free.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
got a keystone.
you
Look,
get curious.
that's the pitch that Goku said. He's like, everybody needs a keystone because everybody's got a keister.
That's a good line.
Look, I work in advertising.
He's got a candle that smells like his tail.
Oh, there we go. Now we're talking.
No, that can't
Check
be
out
good.
Noah and Vince's new company, Go Coop.
Gooperot.
Gooperot.
Guys, you can't keep telling people to deliver milk across mountains for their skin
And why not?
because they're dying from exhaustion. You tell them to run 100 kilometers before 9 a.m.
Well, if we wanted to do that, then we'd just be doing One Punch Manscaping.
I don't even want to get into the litigation we got with One Punch Man. He's putting out a new scalp cream.
So litigious.
Okay, how about this method you keep telling people? To put 50-pound turtle shells on their back?
Yeah.
And
Bones are breaking. You're not supposed to keep heavy weights on your person for an extended period of time.
It makes you faster. You keep them on until you really need
No,
it, and then you
there's-
take it off, and you can jump 50 feet in the air.
There's literally no science to this. You can do both of you can do that because you're, as we found out, you're both saying,
Yeah,
And?
I'm jealous. And that's why I'm
Sorry,
mad
your
about all your
weak
ideas.
Human biology can't handle it.
also, if you looked at our subscription tier, all it takes is another $20 a month to get, on the spot medical service. Right? That's the Sensu Bean add-on.
Beans are not a cure-all.
I beg to differ.
And most of these are like pinto. It's like $1 extra, it becomes a black bean.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying is that y'all are barely in the black because your products are selling like crazy,
And because we're running out of black beans. I get it.
but the lawsuits are taking a lot of your revenue. Maybe suggest things that humans can do.
Fine. You know what humans can do? They can climb a pillar into the sky.
Oh,
So check out Men's Health, Kevin Hart issue number 18.
Free Solo is not about everyone. It's about one person.
No, everybody can do it. I've seen it. It can be done.
We're going to sponsor Yamcha.
And the
Okay, come on.
and the Titans. We've got a Titan sponsor. We're going to be in eight locations around the world.
They're not even a minor league team.
Look, if you want to get in on this, all you got to do is tell us instead of trying to drill and then poke and then slice holes into the bottom of this boat.
How do I be? I just want to be a Saiyan, please. Both of you have been flying around this entire time.
Okay.
I'm here stuck on the ground yelling through a megaphone.
Here, if you really want to be a Saiyan, it's gonna cost you more than money. This fusion technique that we're working on. As of right now, it only works for about an hour. But you too
take it.
can be a Saiyan if you can match our energy.
Okay, match your energy. You also have to have really good timing. You got to practice this a lot.
Okay, well, let's try it.
All right. Oh, you want to try it? Here we go.
Yeah, let's go. I told you I want to be a Saiyan.
Noah, I got this one. All right. And,
All right.
And look, the first one's free. Okay. Next time you want to fuse, we're gonna have to charge you for it.
All right, just take it out of
Is
my
it-
salary.
Is it Ints or is it Varen? Do you remember?
Look, I think we talked about this. Whatever happens, we're just gonna call him Varen, and then he's gonna feel like a Saiyan, and then we're gonna get his money.
I'm
All right.
stretched up. I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right.
Follow my moves.
Fusion.
The light.
Oh God.
Oh,
My organs are on the outside.
Farron.
An hour of this?
Yeah.
This is, I think it's worth a premium membership. We could sell this.
Let me go get you some beans. You don't look so good.
Black
And scene. Woo!
Ooh.
Man, pitch meetings are really involved these days.
Don't listen to Goku's health advice.
Or Gwyneth Paltrow's.
Yeah. Doctors. Maybe listen to doctors.
But speaking of things that start with D, right, we're back with Gohan. He's waking up from slumbering in the cave. Important to note, there was food behind him that he had stored up. It's gone when he wakes up. He's feeling around and touches a dinosaur. That's the D. There we go. And instead of running away from his problem, Gohan steps up. We find that this dinosaur is actually in pain and was just hiding out, and Gohan is going to help him using that same solve technique with the leaf and the goo.
We also see that the dinosaur is also very realistic
Yes.
when compared to like every other animal ever in Dragon Ball.
It does not have cartoon eyes. It has, I'm assuming, genuine dinosaur eyes. I'm sure they did a ton of research on this.
Which are just solid red.
Anatomically correct feet, I'd say, as close as we've ever seen. Like the appropriate number of claw toes. The size proportions are correct to what I remember in The Land Before Time.
Yes.
This is a long neck dinosaur for all you at home keeping track.
And then we get something kind of, well, there's a few gruesome things. First, there's a large stick stuck in this dinosaur that that Gohan pulls out. And there's as he's trying to do this, tell me if you got this in yours. Gohan, he's like, hey, dinosaur, don't be scared. I'm going to help you out. Then it's a close-up of the dinosaur. And I think he winks.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not like, sure thing, kid.
Yeah, the dinosaur is emoting.
But why? You don't wink in that situation. That's a head nod.
Well, isn't he like passed out on the ground or something like that when that happens?
He's definitely on the ground, I think.
This dino is out of energy for sure. And yes, gruesome is a great way to describe a little bit of the scene because it's like we're introduced to the stick by following a pool of blood that is there's blood dripping from this dinosaur. It's very, like, again, we've seen so much blood in these early episodes of DBZ that I'm like, how as a child was I like, this is fine, I'm not scared. I'm gonna lay it all out there. At 4 years old, if I saw blood, I was probably screaming, crying, and running away.
I'm also really surprised that the version that I have didn't try to edit out the blood at all.
Or make it purple or something, right?
Yeah.
Because they definitely do that later on.
It's a missed opportunity. You could have been like, oh, this trail of boysenberry juice.
This dinosaur is leaking berry juice.
Yeah. Very salty. Very irony juice. Then Gohan, like you said, Vince, he applies the goop.
Okay.
Then goes to gather snacks such as mushrooms.
I've got to think about the goop real quick.
All right, lay it on us.
So as he's making it, he's talking to the dinosaur, and he tells him, "This is an ancient remedy that will make you feel like you've been stung by a bee."
An ancient remedy that
Yes.
makes you feel like you've been stung by a bee.
Is it a bee? Because I'd imagine that's the ancient remedy for feeling like you've been stung by it.
Yeah.
Also, this isn't to Gohan. This isn't ancient. He learned it last week.
Yeah, like I think it's just I don't know why. I guess just because it stings when you put it on, it makes that connection to like a bee. But yeah, it's just such a weird description of an ointment.
Like I want to know, like, in the room when they're like, all right, we have to localize this for the Canadian audience.
Gotta really perk up this dialogue, eh?
Oh yeah, a little boring when you just say it stings, eh?
It's gotta stink like something. You gotta make that was an analogy.
Oh yeah, our people, we love our analogies. I'm always like, oh, don't get so steamed like a Horton's coffee, eh?
Don't you're seeming awfully down. You're flat like a beaver's tail.
Boys, you done with this localization yet? Because we got a hockey game to get to.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I think I got this one wrapped up. All right.
Don't mean to be rude about it, but
Oh no, not a problem. We were taking our grand old time. Here we go.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we'll let's just put the dots on this last little bit of dialogue, and then we'll get on out on that icy.
Oh yeah, can't wait to see the minor league Molsons go all the way this weekend. Anywho, here we go. Gohan, he says to the dino, oh, it's an ancient remedy. It feels that way, doesn't it? Okay, so it's an ancient remedy, and it's going to sting kind of like a bee. It'll be like, oh, a little reference to Muhammad Ali, Canadian folk hero.
yeah, the kids love that.
They love it. They love it.
They love, yes, they love it. Oui. Sorry, I'm from Quebec.
I thought you were from Quebec.
From Quebec City or Montreal?
Montreal.
So can we cut and print this?
Yeah, let's get out of here, boys.
All right, hand it over to our Kirkland brand voice actors and be on our way.
We're watching on our hands of this.
All right, and as we're walking out, I'll sing the Molson's tune.
Yep.
Ooh, here come the Molsons, slow like molasses, gonna kick your American asses.
Hey, don't be cursing here in the office.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
In the car or at the rink, you do what you got to do. But here,
I'll put a toonie in the swear jar.
and
Seed.
well, goodbye, Canada. You're never gonna see us again.
Just laying into him.
God.
Oh, Canada.
Make better dubs? I don't know.
Yeah. Look, this is how it feels. This is how it feels when you give us these dubs.
You're driving us insane.
With your free healthcare and
Yeah.
legal marijuana.
Just like I was jealous of certain people for being Saiyan. We're jealous of your very good social programs. We're back with the Boss Squad for a wee bit. Yamcha is just the most amount of hubris any one man can exhibit. He is pumped about training with Korin. He knows that he can beat the Saiyans if they all work together. Quote, I don't care who those Saiyan guys are. I'm going to make sure that they're the ones who are beaten. Oh, Yamcha. Oh, honey.
I really didn't realize how long this setup was for the ultimate Dragon Ball Z meme to be created. Episodes long the setup is. Because, yeah, Yamcha is very much like, I bet you if we're going to get so strong, we probably won't even need Goku. I was like, the hell, man?
So my version, he says, we're not going to bow down to those Saiyan jerks. We got Piccolo on our side, and Goku will be back stronger than before.
Oh, boy.
And he really draws out that before.
Well, he's got to announce it for
Yeah.
the radio.
Like the moment he finishes that, you just hear Bulma from off screen go, "That's true."
Sure.
Yep.
And the kicker is, and I really was weirded out by this because Krillin is like excited and then crestfallen when he's like, oh, I guess she still likes him, huh?
Yeah.
I was
Same
like-
on my end.
I was like, Krillin, were you about to make a move? You had plenty of time while he was gone.
When you're living that island life, it's hard to pick up the phone or leave. Look, Roshi, he's retired. He just wants to hang out in a mind-altering way sometimes, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Krillin lost a lot of time.
He likes to hang out Canadian style.
Hey.
Which is the
Hey.
best style of hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to win. We gotta win him back.
Gotta win these Canadians back. Okay,
Slather this episode in maple syrup.
Oh no, I think we
don't know.
jumped in.
Yeah,
We've
that's,
gone too far forward.
No, I think Krillin in mind he's a jealous boy and he says to himself, must be nice. Not a good look especially if it's just oh, look, you're a girl and you're here,
Exactly.
which is his MO. Oh God.
You gotta get out, Krillin. You gotta actually leave the island. You can fly.
No, I'll just, you know what? I'm sure someone's going to come along. At least 2 people will just magically appear.
But Krillin, it's me, Turtle, your friend. You got to get out of here.
Hey, man, you got those edibles?
Look, no more edibles for you.
What?
Look, you've been sitting here, and now you're starting to act a little bit more like Master Roshi than before.
Hey, no, I'm not.
I just heard you laugh like him.
It's an infectious laugh, you got to admit.
Hey, it's true.
See?
Oh, Master, can you go back to watching your workout video?
Sure thing.
Roshi, you're not trying to blaze one? What gives?
Oh, you know, I'm high as a kite right now, so I'm just gonna chill.
Fine, I'll just get lectured by Turtle.
Look, all I'm saying is, I hear the way that you talk about ladies these days, and it's making me a little concerned. I think you should get out there and meet somebody on your own.
I think Bulma's
No,
single.
can't say. I was gonna say you can't say Bulma.
Why? What's wrong with that? She's single. We're both adults.
Krillin, my man, dog. I've seen this play out before. All right, you think that you're putting somebody on a pedestal that you don't need to. All right, that's I'm not proud of it, but that's how I got my first son. Okay, I put somebody up on a pedestal, and then she left me, Krillin. She left me, and now here I am, dealing the dankest bud.
Yeah, you're thriving. What's the problem?
The problem is, Krillin, I don't have the love in my life. That's the problem. And I fill it with yummy pineapple gumdrops and the stickiest of the icky OGs. My turtle wax formula, sending the world by storm.
Those dabs, both the smoking kind and the
Flipper
Fortnite kind, yeah,
Flipper kind.
are both so good.
But Krillin, the best high is love.
As soon as Goku and his son visit, after they leave, I'll get a nap. I'll do plenty of fish.
Hey, that's my lane.
Oh shit. Hinge?
All right, you're good.
Know what? I ain't trying to settle down. I'm gonna do Tinder.
I don't care what you do. Just get out of here for a little while. You come back, I give you all the weed you want.
God, I trained with Kami to get that weed,
Yeah,
but that'll never happen.
maybe. But I'm still here, bro.
Well, how about? Well, look, we still got a few hours before Goku gets here. Come on.
All right, fine. This is the last spliff I got for you, Krillin. Enjoy.
Spark. Inhale.
You hit it like a bitch.
Hey.
Sorry. I'll put a shell in the swear jar.
And seed.
Seed.
Their currency is shell.
Turtle got that dank kelp.
Turtle got that dank kelp.
Ooh.
Now you can grow like at least 3 kelp plants on your own.
Wait,
In
what?
Canada, you can grow your own kelp.
Oh, I thought you were making it serious. Gohan is out. He's gathering more food for his dinosaur friend. And then he has a weird daydream.
I love it.
He's like, oh, if this dinosaur gets healthy, we can be best friends. And he has a crayon drawing daydream of him riding this dinosaur, having fun.
What?
Wait a minute, Noah.
No! Of all the things to
No.
cut.
I didn't get this.
No!
He's sitting in the tree talking about, hey, I can survive. Like, Mr. Piccolo's wrong. I can survive out here with a friend. And then he notices his arms and says, hey, I'm getting pretty beefy. And then, like, that's it.
He does check out those guts.
Look, okay, I'm glad that the beef cut through all versions of the show, but I cannot believe that they did not add this scene because it
was
makes
like
the
10
episode for me.
seconds.
It's great. And it makes what's happening after this so much more devastating.
Yeah, oh God.
Maybe Canadians just don't believe in irony. I don't know.
I don't believe in crayons.
Yeah, maybe that.
Yeah, Crayola never made it north of the border.
It's a land of colored pencils. That's it.
That's your new tagline, Canada. Oh, we're going hard on Canada today.
Damn.
After he checks out his guns, he jumps down, hurts his legs, does a cowboy, and then Cowboy walks away because he's a little hurty. Then he's feeling tough, and I would too, man. If I just made that jump, he goes to punch a rock to test his strength. Not quite there yet. He hurts his hand, unless as when he's no longer there, the boulder cracks, showing that yes, he is a strong boy.
Yeah, I like that. I like that principle in training sequences in anime. It's like, I should be strong enough to break this rock. Punch. I guess not. Walk away, walk away, walk away. Crack, 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 crack.
It's a little secret for the audience.
Yeah.
They know.
The Rock wanted to keep him humble. This kid can't know he can crack me. You think you're the first little boy with a destiny and magic powers trying to test your mettle against me? I ain't giving you that easy, bud.
I was the rock that held Excalibur.
Oh boy.
Yeah, nobody knows, but I was the rock that held Excalibur.
I see you dropped the British accent.
Oh, yeah, it was only for show.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah, so none of the English rocks were tough enough, so they brought me a big, strong American rock.
That's not my place to say which rocks are better and which rocks are not. But
I will, because I'm a loud American rock.
But
Rock
yeah,
and roll based off me.
I don't know if that's true, but look.
I was the first rock to ever roll downhill, and I'm not stopping now.
You didn't give Excalibur to any Tom, Dick, or Harry.
That's right. I gave it to the one person in England whose name was Arthur, after my son.
Is your son around?
Oh no. He was crushed.
Oh,
God. He was turned into gravel. Oh God.
Wait a minute. Was it by Wait, I think I knew an Arthur Rock. Wait, was it by some kid with a tail and a bald kid? Like, I don't know, 8 years ago?
What? Come to think of it, yeah. Yeah, he was.
Oh, shit. You're not going to hear who just put a crack at me then.
Who? Tell me.
I just looked like him.
Which way did he go?
He went towards those dinosaur screams.
Great.
You gonna roll over there?
Well, I'm a little too old to roll anymore, but these tectonic plates, they'll get me there in about 100 years. And then I'll exact my revenge.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, I'm going to lie dormant for a while.
All right, I guess I'll read this leaf.
Sorry. I rock farted.
Wait, are you volcanic?
So, look, yes, there's a sulfur deposit deep inside of me. I don't get to control it.
You got to get that excavated. What are you doing at your age?
What do you think I am, a geode? I'm not going under the knife or the pickaxe.
All right, I mean, it's your funeral. If you don't want to live past the heat death of the universe, that's on you.
Look, if I die, make me a headstone. It's a dignified rock position.
And that headstone became Goku's headstone.
And
scene. It would be an American rock saying they created rock and roll.
Yeah.
Is Gohan walking back to the dinosaur the next bit for y'all?
Yes.
Yep.
Was he singing his own little song?
No.
Please,
Enlighten us.
tell us or play us.
All right, prepare yourselves.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Play that back one more time.
Okay.
See, that's the Molson's theme song.
Yeah, that's the Molson's theme song. Dee-doo, dee-doo.
Yeah, he's just making that noise as he walks back, and then he hears the horrified screams of his dinosaur friend being eaten.
This setup is so rough. I think you getting the song almost makes up for not getting the cartoon friendship. Because what happens next is so rough.
Yeah.
That poor dinosaur that was hurt before is now being, I can only say this like in this way at this point, is he's being bullied by a T-Rex. Like it's not National Geographic like a T-Rex hunting and then like pouncing on something. The T-Rex is literally kicking this thing while it's down.
I heard you had boysenberries. Give them up. You nerd.
Oh, you fancy with your goddamn leaf, huh?
You can afford health care, you son of a bitch.
This T-Rex is going to Evo. He's got like so many techniques going on. He's just like, he's getting them on the ground attacks. He's going for them mouth grapples, the tail attacks. He's got a wide range and like some sick hitboxes. So
if anybody who works for Bandai Namco is listening to this, I know you guys don't have the rest of the DLC characters ready because you've only shown Ultra Instinct Goku and Kefla. Like we have got to see some I want to see this dinosaur in the game in Dragon Ball Fighters. Oh,
he would take up as much screen as Broly does.
Exactly. Oh, could you imagine? Oh man, the special move is kick him while he's down. kick.
Gohan just got the game. He didn't get his fight stick in yet, so he's trying to knock down this T-Rex, but he just can't. He loses his sword. He gets knocked the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
And then
another
day passes, and then Gohan wakes up.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I have to cut you off. So when he gets knocked out, did you get the visceral sound of
that's right.
gnashing teeth into flesh? That was uncalled for at every single level.
It is like 10 seconds of no, please, no, we were friends. I don't care.
He was gonna ride me forever.
Oh, I definitely can't have that. I'm gonna eat your back. Oh.
Ow! Ow!
Are you gonna die at any point? This is very distracting.
Gohan, wake up! Oh God!
Let me take a break. Oh, you're so filling. I haven't even hit your organs yet. No.
Please.
Mm-hmm.
Please. I just wanted to have a friend.
Well, you'll be dead soon. You don't need friends when you're dead.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Hey, man, you believe in God?
I believe in a God.
What? Explain.
Well, he's not like your traditional deity. He's tangible. And he lives high above the sky, high above Earth, on a lookout. And his name is Kami, which is also God.
You're one of those people religion people.
I'm a people religion person, yes.
You don't believe in T-Rex Jesus?
I think T-Rex Jesus existed.
Oh, boy.
I just think his role in how the world was shaped has been exaggerated by
he stopped
parties.
That meteor.
Some people say it was Jesus. I say it was the people's god, Kami.
Well, okay, so this Kami, where do you think you're going after you die then? After I eat you?
Oh, I'd probably go. I'd lose my corporeal form for a short time, and I'd be in a land filled with clouds.
What?
Oh, I'm fading. I could see it now. Yeah. And then when I get to this big, giant, red-horned man...
You care if I eat your leg while you say this?
It's fine. I'm getting closer to my end goal.
No.
Otherworld.
That ain't gonna happen. When you die, everyone gets wings, pterodactyl style. Everyone has wings, teriyaki style. And it's just a big feast. We get to hang out. Our arms grow big enough to play harps. That's heaven, baby.
That's a carnivore's heaven.
Well, I mean, agree to disagree, I guess.
And I'll agree to be your feast.
All right, I'm going for the head. It's my favorite part.
The circle.
This is going to take me exactly until morning. Another.
the
I gotta take another break. Oh, Jerry, Jesus. Maybe you should go vegan. Get some of those sentient plants.
And
Mimikians. and seed.
Oh, but yeah, T-Rex eats all night. Also, it is the same T-Rex from before somehow.
It is Gohan's. I hope he destroys him at some point, right? They're setting this up, right?
They have to set this up, but I'm also prepared for him to never show up again.
If I remember correctly, he does show up a couple times later, but Gohan does get some revenge.
Because it seems like, well, one, Gohan is being set up kind of as like, he's going to learn how to fight because he wants to protect the people he cares about, right? And it just seems at every turn at this point, he's unable to do that, and it's very sad.
He's death incarnate. Everything he
Yes.
touches.
Everyone he tries to help ends up being hurt.
So what you're saying is he should just befriend Vegeta and Nappa.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Because we get a nice little cut of Vegeta sleeping.
I definitely didn't get that.
Oh no! Because we get a cut of Goku running, feeling like it's going to be impossible to get to the end of Snake Way. A quick cut of Vegeta sleeping in his Saiyan pod.
The announcer, as Gohan goes off to the sunrise, the announcer says, Gohan learned for the first time how harsh the laws of nature are.
Oh, it's brutal. I
No.
wrote in my notes a lot. This end scene is brutal.
Pick clean those bones.
Clean.
Yeah.
Bleached, I dare say.
Yeah, like there's that one shot where you see like the sword is like in the foreground, and in the background you just see like the spiky rib cage of the dinosaur just kind of sitting there.
Were they all having bad days? Like, did somebody's dog just pass away? That's what I want to know when they were writing that. 'Cause like, they set, like, that's such an intentional setup and, like, and visual thing. Like, it seems like it was a callback to something, if it was.
Are they tired of Gohan? Let's just have bad stuff happen to him.
If you know the origin of that, like, little scene, and we'll throw that up on social media for sure, but hashtag KHP research, because we don't do our own, and send that in, or send it to us. DMs, slide on in.
But that's all I have on my end of the episodes, unless any of y'all have some little tidbits we did not cover.
I got like one scene of Goku like actually running on Snake Way. I think it may have just been from one of the previous episodes, because it's him like asleep and he rolls over and like hits the side of the road, like the super sharp spikes, and it wakes him up, and he gets up and he's like, oh man, I've been running for weeks. And then he says, it's like, man, I'm beat. If I was any more whipped, I'd be butter.
Ooh,
Nice. Goku got bars.
Like, apparently Goku knows how butter is made.
I mean, he goes through gallons of the stuff.
Yeah, this Canadian Goku is smarter than your average.
And then other than that, like, the end of the episode for me is just Gohan, like, walking away from, like, a sunset, like, crying, kind of, and then, like, smiling and being determined.
Oh, that was from last week.
Yeah,
Okay.
these cuts,
There's, like, they just kind of pick and choose, I guess.
it's beyond me.
This just seems like more work than it needs to be.
Right.
They could have just skipped that entire episode from last week, and they would have been
Yeah.
fine. There would have been no need to like mix and match. Wow, that is wild.
I think they probably did need the scene at the beginning where he realizes he has, like, new clothes on, but that's really about it.
That's still, like, again, like Aaron said, this extra work for them. And I hope that, someone will fill us in a little bit about, like, the differences or the thought processes behind it was the Blue Ocean dub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Blue Ocean dub. If anybody has any more information, please tell us. So we never have to have Noah do this again. Not because, Noah's fantastic. Noah, you crushed it this episode. Just gotta
Oh,
say.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you still filled with jealousy and or rage, Vince?
No, I'm quite content knowing that you're in good hands with Noah on your new podcast venture. Thinking too hard about anime.
I know that was a setup for a plug, but I do have to mention that you're repping his podcast back.
And we're- sorry, I'm sorry, Noah. That really caught me off guard. I can't
It's a
go
good
any
massage.
further.
You give a good back rub. I know.
I've got big hands.
He knows. Yeah.
Stop it.
Fine. We'll talk about our brand new podcast, Thinking Too Hard About Anime. It's an episode by episode analysis of anime series that we love and that we have a lot of opinions about. In case you missed it in the commercial, we're covering. Please don't skip commercials. First of all, they're the lifeblood of the podcast industry. Second, our first season, we're going to cover Cowboy Bebop, which is a show that Noah and I care a lot about. And we've done a ton of yes, the R word. We've done a ton of research. We try to figure out what makes it so good, why it has cemented itself in our psyches as it has. Vince said it. It's the opposite. This podcast.
And it's the opposite in the best way, right? I think Kame House Party is a fun, energetic, like crazy romp through something that we both love and that the listeners also love, but also acknowledge is like ridiculous in this really cool way. And podcaster privilege. I did get to hear a little bit of what you guys were working on, and it was relaxing, informative, passionate, and purposeful in a way that I think is perfect for discussing and critiquing anime. And I learned a lot, and I'm excited for everybody else out there to learn as much as I did, to be soothed by Noah and Aaron's whipped butter voices. And I really am excited about this project that you guys are undertaking, and I'm excited to listen, and I hope everybody else is too. Continue to support us. Continue to support our friends in podcasting. And, whatever you got going on, if you're creating a podcast throuple or you are going in depth on why Space Ghost was created. I don't know why I referenced Space Ghost. All you got to do, though, is you got to, Noah, feel free to join in on this. Keep fighting.
Now let's podcast fuck.